Here comes the teleport. Hylissang isn't... Oh wait, he does go through with the recall.
Yep.
They didn't see the TP in the fog of war. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a shame. Box is now looking up towards the top side, maybe trying to get the Ornn ahead. We talked about a kill can help. They can dive Ruin here. No level 6. There's the call of the Forge God. And immediately Ruin stunned up. First blood to Whippo in the top lane.
Yeah, so ganking top lane, fantastic strategy. You instantly get that kill. Great stuff out of Broxa. I do like it though. Buy some tempo here for Fnatic. And Hylissang is still trying to find a play around this mid lane, but he might fight up a little bit more than he can chew trying to get Joko out of this jungle.
It does reset the Raptors, which slows Joko down a little bit. It's very helpful, and this is one of the reasons you pick Ezreal for Reckless. Easy wave clear down towards that bottom side, very safe, very secure, that he knows Hylissang can just walk away for 10-15 minutes and Reckless won't care.
Yeah, we see different pairings with the Pyke, and it really comes down to the style of the player. Hylissang, who's a roamer, you want to pair that up with an Ezreal or a Heimerdinger, or something that can clear away waves and be safe while Hylissang looks for plays around the map. The other lanes we see are Pyke Swain, where it's very much about chaining the CC, looking for kills, but that's never really been Fnatic's style with Reckless in the lineup. They play for later game, they don't need to take that many risks, whereas when Boobo's in bot lane, it's very much about all-inning all the time, and sometimes that costs them, and that's why Reckless has sort of stepped in here, as he said, to fill those weaknesses, play a more supportive role for the team, in this case, clear waves, and let Hylissang find those plays.
But the question is, Fnatic, we've only seen them win when they have an early game lead. Like, that's how they win games at the moment, so can they do the same if they have this later game AD carry?
I mean, I have to say yes. You look at Fnatic in the spring split, right? They were never about playing heavy for that early game. They were a team that was willing to go even, maybe even fall behind. They were just that good when it came to team fighting. Individual playmakers later on in the match, that was how they found a lot of their wins against tougher opposition.
In spring, maybe, but this split, when they've been behind at 10 minutes, it's happened 4 times they've been 500 gold or more behind, and they've lost 3 of those games. And that's only 500 gold. So yeah, I want to keep a track on that, because I actually think it's one of the big weaknesses in Fnatic's play. Maybe bringing Reckless in has shored it up a little bit, but you never know what it's like to come back into a team in week 8 when there's a first place on the line and have to perform straight away.
Of course, they're trialing this out against Giants here, the team that wants to make that run to the playoffs, you know, make that miracle run. I think for Giants especially, this may be a chance to attack a top team like Fnatic. They're trying things out, experimenting a little bit, bringing in a player that hasn't played for 7 weeks. If there's ever a time to topple and sort of attack that team right at the top of the standings, it is definitely now for Giants.
Especially when you've just taken down Misfits last week as well. They've shown that those Giants can fall. And I probably shouldn't say Giants when I'm not referring to the team in this game. Titans.
Yes,
Titans. This game. But yeah, they've shown that they can defeat those top teams in Europe, and they will be looking to do that once again. And you like talking about matchups.
Yeah.
Which matchup do you want to talk about?
Which matchup?
Give you free reign of the entire game, because we had one gank, right? And I've heard Joker's an early ganker, I've heard Voxer's an early ganker, he's on Elise, maybe they should be fighting more. It hasn't happened that much. So while no ganks happen, and while a fight happens, Reckless has to flash away from the back. Hella damage! Betsy falls in the mid lane as well. Caps with the 1v1 on Akali.
Alright, it's all over the place. We can talk about all the matchups. So, mid lane, Caps gets that power spike at level 8. Doesn't matter if he's down 20 CS. If you catch out that rise, of course we'll see a replay. I'm sure you're gonna find a kill, but now it's a 2v1 up top side. Fnatic will back away after missing the Ornn horn, but man, that was just all over the place. For Fnatic, I mean, Caps, I need to see that again. I want to see more Akali in my life. The play we did see down bottom side, though, was started off by Hylissang looking for that engagement, then Steelback ruthlessly flashes forward to find that pick, and here it is one more time. Again, Steelback, no fear, walks straight into the face of Reckless. Reckless has realized he made a horrible mistake.
Yeah.
And Steelback, the former Fnatic player, takes him down. Meanwhile, mid, what actually happens here? He has to wait for the 3 seconds, and look, all of Betsy's spells were on cooldown after Caps cast R1. Betty has talked about it during the break in the last game. There's a 3-second delay before we get to cast it a second time, and the cooldown's less at Betsy, he punishes. Now Fnatic are here for the drink.
Jokers has started it up. Giants are the ones to react quicker from the bottom side. Boxer, repel onto Blast Cone is the usual combination from an Elise in this situation. The Dragon does reset, but Giants will get it. And still relatively close in this game. Yes, Betsy died in the mid lane. You talked about R1 there. I'm just going to translate the playtester talk. First,
First cast of the ultimate ability.
There we go. And you also said, before we actually got into the replay, you talked about the level 8 power spike for an Akali.
Okay, so there's not really a level 8 power spike.
Okay.
That was more, he's level 8.
So he's strong.
He's no longer pre-level 6, where he's getting punished in lane by this rise.
That makes sense to me as well. I didn't know if there was some sort of really cool interaction that happened, but you were just picking words out of a hat. Oh! Boxer with the flash cocoon straight onto Betsy. Caps gets the kill. Teleport's coming in from Giants here. It's only Ruin, and he is not going to be able to save Joker for that long. Joker flashes back in. The explosive cast knocks him away. Boxer can't get the volatile spiraling close enough, but in the bottom lane, 2 members of Giants are dead. Reckless says, you can kill me once, but I'm going to take both your lives next time.
Yeah, so we're never going to have one fight in isolation. There's going to be a fight in the mid lane at the same time one goes down bottom side. It all starts off with Fnatic playing around mid lane. That's what this game is all about for them. Put Caps as far ahead as you possibly can, and with that attention, even though he's falling behind in CS, the kills he's gaining are making up for that deficit. He is dead even in gold with Betsy.
Performance at that Hextech Gunblade now as well. That is a big power spike for the Akali. Let's have a look at this fight in the bot lane. Looks like it's Hillesang who sets it up.
Yeah, there's no flash on Steelback, so he gets absolutely punished here. Now, Snookslot tries to escape him, but stays in the fight. Maybe they got a little bit overconfident after that last fight went down, and this is unfortunate as well, too. He tries to buy time running away there on the Tom Kench, and then mid lane, it's the Chain CC Flash Cocoon into the first cast of the ultimate there from Caps that also lands that CC. And then how does Joko get out of this? Because the Q comes out from Joko, he flashes through it
here. That's crazy.
to come and pick up the kill. We're back in the mid lane.
Well, doesn't have flash, so yeah, Betsy's not in the best of spots. Yeah, so mid lane fight. We've seen this happen before. We saw it happen to Schalke, saw it happen to G2. Fnatic, when they get their teeth in your mid laner, they destroy you.
The funny thing is that Whippo Soaz, we saw Soaz make that same play where he leaves top lane, sacrifices minions to the turret, roams mid, and gets the kill on the Ornn. Whippo just did the exact same thing here in this game, and it makes me sort of feel like maybe there aren't as many differences between the two players as we initially thought. If they're making the same plays, making those same calls, Fnatic aren't going to be thrown off as much by switching around their players.
Not at all. 30 minutes in, it's a big lead for Fnatic. Not worried about that. 10 minutes sack. Betsy! Okay, yeah, Betsy, your night is done. 0-4-1 at 30 minutes. Maybe Giants will be able to get first tower down towards this bottom side. It's some sort of semblance of a win for them. And, yeah, first tower, you know, that's the thing.
Giants need wards around mid lane, because those are 3-4 ganks in a row from Fnatic where they just walk through. There's no red vision anywhere to protect Betsy, who's flashless on this rise. That means there's no way to escape from the long range engage. The Ornn, the Pike can also jump on you from multiple screens away. Now they're finally trying to be a little bit proactive, but I think it's actually just wasted time here, unless they can maybe move that into a top lane push, because that Tom Kench ultimate should be used to try and gain tempo and knock down a turret, but instead they use it and immediately go for base.
Yeah, just retreat as soon as possible. We've talked so often about Giants on this miracle run. You know, they've won their last 2 games. They're really trying to challenge for that final playoff spot, but you have to remember who stands in their way. Fnatic, Schalke, G2, and Spikes. They need to win all 4 of these games to have any real hope of making it into playoffs. I think it's about a 70% chance, 70% of scenarios where they would make it into at least a tiebreaker if they won all 4 of these games. But there's some pretty tough opposition left for Giants.
The odds are stacked against them, especially with this game right here. Oh no, Betsy has the flash this time.
Hooked out, Caps waiting for the flash, has the Shuriken. Flip is available, but won't chase on to Betsy, and once again Fnatic will start up the Rift Herald. This is just good play all around from Fnatic. They haven't... The interesting thing is, right, we hyped up Reckless, who are like, Reckless coming back, amazing, amazing, amazing. They play Ezreal and they don't do anything with him, because they have other carries on the team. They've got Caps, who has matured over this split. They have Whippo, who can carry from the top lane as well if you need. They don't rely on Reckless anymore, which is one of the big changes for Fnatic.
Yeah, as a team, the composition has been built to put all their resources into Caps, and Reckless has had some good moments, right? They got the 2v2 kill down bottom lane. All the fights that have happened have been isolated in that 2 versus 2 matchup, but this is a guy that shouldn't get picked up. He's a veteran status. He should know where Giants are going to be on the map and sort of fit this role where we will scale up. He'll get his Tear the Goddess. upgrade that into a Mirror Mana, then get his Sheen, his Iceborne Gauntlet, and fill the role his team needs. Because right now, they just need an AD carry that can pump out a little bit of damage. Caps is going to be taking the reins in this match and flying all over during these fights.
And Brooks is doing the same. He's building a lot of AP on this Elise, gone for the Runic Echoes into the Hex Tech Revolver. Expect to see a proto build from him for the Cocoon dash forward combination. And he would need one right now to dash away from this. Repel goes up, Hillesang up towards the top side of the fight as well. Reckless is there, Boxer flashes, he's down. And Giants find a pick, that's exactly what they need. They need to stall, they need to get to those later game team fights, the 5v5s, where they are possibly stronger than Fnatic. Every time Betsy gets close to getting caught, you're like, ooh.
I seize up, I'm like, no, not again. I've seen this before 4 times. This game, as a matter of fact, and Ruin will have to sacrifice the minion waves up top side because Fnatic are always using their mid lane control that Caps has been able to generate with the assistance of his allies to be able to roam around the map, put down some deep vision, and trade for a turret or some damage onto that one while Giants secure this Wind Drake on the bottom side.
Get themselves the cloud alongside the ocean. It's a steamy combination for them, but let's have a look at exactly how Boxer got caught out again.
So Elise is a relatively squishy champion, and Giants have actually really good pick tools, whether it's the Trundle Pillar into the Jin W, makes for a very easy way of picking off a member when they're not expecting 5 members of Giants sitting in a bush.
Don't usually expect that. Iceborne Gauntlet completed on Reckless now as well, so he's pumping out the damage. The Rift Holders used mid to get some damage on that first tower, took it out. A little bit of a chunk on the second as well. And across the board, everything just seems to be coming up Fnatic.
Yeah, it's going well for Fnatic, but we have to keep in mind, it's just a 2,500 gold lead for them. Towers are dead even. They've only got 1, so there's a lot of gold in theory for them on the map, but while they've been getting a lot of kills, they haven't converted that into too many objectives overall. That's going to be sort of the next piece in the puzzle for them as they try to snowball this game and move it forward, because eventually we get to a point where a team fight probably doesn't go all that well for them.
I'm sorry, Moon waited in that bush for so long and then messed up the body slam.
And I'm there. Oh, hello. With the body slam. Doesn't work out.
Surprise man from the bush. But yeah, it didn't work out for him at all. Caps in a position where he can just dodge it onto Betsy. He does get imprisoned up the Ignite down as well. Betsy trying to dodge around as much as she can, but look at the reset. Caps is so obscure. It's like an indie band. You probably never heard of him.
I have not. But Caps, use that to dive under the tower, get the flash in mid lane.
Exo will flash away with Joko in his belly, gets him to safety.
Got some tools to keep safe, but here we go. Fnatic finally taking turrets.
It's 18 minutes in. I don't like. They're taking turrets. You should be happy.
So no, I am happy.
Okay.
I am happy for them. Just saying, it's taken a long time when you have 7 kills under the belt. In fact, you only have 2 towers at 18 minutes. A little bit slow, but they've got gold on the map to go ahead and pick up, which will eventually.